the beginning of Vernor Highway from Wyoming. This is where it starts on the far west end. I gotta take it all the way to the east end. Here's Woodmere Cemetery. Woodmere Road at the famous Vernor and Woodmere Sit and Go. Vernor, other than Michigan, it's probably my favorite corridor that heads towards downtown. Got a food truck at the grocery store. Vernor Food Center, highly recommended. Been there many a times. They got all the at-home old things you couldn't find in big grocery stores anymore. You're looking at the right-hand side of Vernor heading east. O'Reilly Auto Parts. Mullane Road. One of the schools they built down here, an elementary school. Going over the orange artwork design. I have no clue why they just put that up, but it's kind of like the destination marker now. Here is the ever famous Springwells Vernor intersection. This is where the left side of the road is more corridor, old-fashioned, and where the right side's more updated with newer type buildings. Here is Central and Vernor, another major intersection. A lot of history. As you see, they're working on it as usual. The Exxon. This place has moved. Another one of these artsy, weird landmarks that let you know you're on Vernor in the heart of Southwest. An amazing restaurant right here. Highly recommended. JJ's Coney Island's way better than American and Lafayette. Another sit-go off Green. And now we got just more corridor to your right and left. Another good restaurant. This is where they used to do the flea market every weekend. I wonder why they don't do it anymore. We're about to approach Waterman, which they say either Waterman or this viaduct I'm about to go under is the border between the folk gangs and the Latin Count people nation gangs. from Woodmere to Waterman is considered cemetery side. And now we're about to go into TMC territory, Toledo Mafia Counts, where their home turfs mainly off of Toledo Road, stretching from Livernois to Junction. It gets a little rougher over here, both crime and housing blight, but still it's a lot better condition than the other areas of Detroit. Southwest has really changed a lot from the 90s and early 2000s. Most of their houses are kept up and you don't see many bandos. Here's Maddie's old famous Burger King she used to loiter at and trick everyone. Livernois and Vernor is another major intersection with lots of history. We're in Latin count, people, nation, hood now. There's Armanda's Tires. They've been there forever and ever and ever. Here's a red light. There's an example of what gentrification looks like, even though that little place with all those stores was built way before they started saying Southwest was becoming gentrified. Plus, the neighborhood needs pharmacies and banks and cell phone stores and Dollar Trees, so it's alright. Here's a skate park. Bauer Park, someone using the basketball hoops, good for him. They got a few ramps for the skaters. It's actually a nice park. Maddie and Gerald used to hang out at that park a lot, if you remember. There's AutoZone. We're approaching Checkers and Maddie's favorite McDonald's that you guys got her kicked out of thousands of times. Another good place to eat, Hacienda. Now, this part of Southwest, I think, is more active than the other end of Vernor. The eastern part of Vernor just seems more up-titty than the other end. There's more movement, more stuff going on. Even though a lot of these buildings are closed, you can get anything you need in there. CVS. Maddie stole a lot of stuff out of there, I'd assume. There's Campbell. Take that all the way to Big Frank's old spot. Here's one of the greatest churches in America. Vernor and Junction may be the most historic intersection of all the intersections Vernor crosses. You got your Southwest Styles. You got Dooley's Coney's, who competes with JJ's down the road, which both are better than American and Lafayette. Hipster garbage places. The only reason those places are famous is from the hipsters. But Dooley's is where it's at. More vacant buildings.